Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and today we have the 5 Minute System segment with Sam Vander Wheelen. Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay, I'm terrible with names. So thank you. Thank you for being here. What's your 5 minute system? So what is your system around curiosity? How do you view it, and then how do you help others inside of your company?
I guess the way that I view curiosity in this context, with regards to my business, is that I'm open to trying things. I am okay failing, whatever that means. I actually wouldn't really even call it failing, but if on paper something fails, that's okay with me. It's more important to me that I then understand why something worked or why something failed. So I don't want to create such a pressure cooker of a business or a team that feels like they're so paralyzed to make any decision or to try any certain thing for out of fear that it won't work, right? And you can't go into things. We don't know how they're going to work. And so often we want to know kind of the A to Z roadmap of something before we even take that A step, right? But I really try to lead by example and encourage them, let's take A. And not only do we not know where B is going to be, maybe it'll be something totally different. I think this is something that I'm consistently preaching to them is like, we can often come up with some sort of hypothesis of like, we're going to try this thing because I think this is going to be the impact it will have. But I tried to also remind people consistently that what if something different came out of it that we can't anticipate right now? This was actually born out of something one of my closest friends said to me years ago when I had just started this business and it was going fine, but I was still like, I don't know, I don't think this thing's going to take off and I don't think it's going to do as well as I need it to. And she said, what if it actually did better in a different way than anything you could even imagine right now? And she was so right because all I could see was this like very linear path and I couldn't see that path. I could see how that path
Mhm.
wouldn't work. But what I didn't see was all these roots around it, right, at the time. But taking little steps here and there just, I don't know, allowed me to kind of like wiggle my way through eventually. And so, yes, this comes up, I would say, in every team meeting, in every time like a teammate might bring something to me and say, they're concerned about something and they don't know about this, they don't know about that. I kind of see it as my job to recenter them and bring up this idea of curiosity again.
I love that. And so, how do you instill that in the culture with someone? Like, if they come up with a problem, how do you make sure that they are curious and trying to find solutions versus you doing it?
I often will ask them before giving them the answer. So I will often say to them, like, what do you think? Or how have you gone about it so far? Even under trying to get them to understand or be more curious about like, why do you think that thing that you've tried already doesn't work? Or why do you think it's not working?
Mm.
Where else can we look? What if have you looked to see if anyone else is doing this in a certain way? Why do you think it's working for them? Right? Like really what is the mechanism of what's working for them?
Yeah, and you help them with their thought process, and then as in the future they have a framework for solving other problems within your company through curiosity versus just coming to you for the answer.
Yeah, that would be my hope and my goal. That's for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, it takes time,
it does.
and everybody's at different stages of their career and like how they handle things. But that's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me.